Is it true that evolution's end game is to nullify God?
It's time for The Line of Fire with your host, activist, author, international speaker, and theologian, Dr. Michael Brown, your voice of moral, cultural, and spiritual revolution. Michael Brown is the director of the Coalition of Conscience and president of Fire School of Ministry. Get into The Line of Fire now by calling 866-34-TRUTH. That's 866-34-TRUTH. Here again is Dr. Michael Brown.
All of you who follow the Line of Fire know that my academic training is not in science, is not in medicine, that I am not a medical doctor. So Dr. Brown, no, it's a different doctor. It's a PhD in Semitic languages. And you know that I have not done extensive science in extensive study in science over the years. I've learned over the years some of the major objections raised by atheists. I've learned from Christians who are brilliant scientists, but this is not my area of expertise. So when we talk about these things, we bring on folks who are experts in their field and can speak with authority, can speak intelligently, can be aware of the literature, what the issues are, and can help educate and inform all of us. That's what we're going to do today on The Line of Fire. This is Michael Brown. If you have a question for my guest, whom I'm about to introduce, call now, 866-34-TRUTH, 866-348-7884. Science, specifically evolution, creation-related questions, 866-34-TRUTH. We're not debating the age of the earth today. I've had on old earth creationists and young earth creationists, but rather we're discussing a new book by Dr. Robert Wilson, Nullifying God, Evolution's Endgame, a Scientist's Challenge. Dr. Wilson holds his PhD in zoology. He's a retired research biologist with training in anatomy, physiology, and pathology, and he spent much of his 33-year career in the pharmaceutical industry evaluating new drugs for certain infectious diseases and cancer. With that, let's go to our phone line. Dr. Wilson, welcome to the Line of Fire.
Hey, good afternoon, Dr. Brown. Good to talk to you.
You know, we get sent books every week from different publishers and different publicists. How about having this guest on, about this guest on, and it's common with talk radio. So the vast majority we pass by. But when this came in, Nullifying God, Evolution's Endgame, it did get my attention. So the obvious starting question is, why did you write the book?
Yeah, that gets into a whole complex issue of things. Basically, I wrote the book after about 5, 7, almost 10 years of cogitating on it, of thinking about it. Because in studying what evolution wrote, it was very clear that no one in evolution was going to accept that it might not be possible, it might not be science. So in thinking about it, the obvious question was, what is the end game? What is the final conclusion? What is the logical conclusion of evolution? And quite frankly, the conclusion would be that if everything we see, if all life we see were explainable by natural process, then why is God needed? And in point of fact, I found a number of quotes which are really stunning, which would support that. Would you like one of them now?
Yes, please.
In our local paper, the Raleigh News and Observer, there was an article, op-ed article by a Dr. Barash, B-A-R-A-S-H, and he is a evolutionary biologist. He's a professor of psychology, and he is also an unapologetic atheist, according to a local magazine. One of the things he wrote in that article is, quote, "The more we know of evolution, the more unavoidable is the conclusion that living things, including human beings, are produced by a natural, totally amoral process with no indication of a benevolent, controlling creator. That's pretty strong stuff.
Yeah. Now, of course, you've known this for many years. We've all known that there are many champions of evolution who are staunch atheists, and there
Yes.
are the Richard Dawkins of the world writing
Yes.
books like The Blind Watchmaker and The Greatest Show on Earth, basically saying we have all the answers. We don't need anything else. So this is nothing new. But do you feel that there is a fresh